It's definitely looking very empty in here, huh? It's definitely the bare minimum. Yeah, for now though, right? I mean, we can build it up as we go, but the next thing we do need in are cots for the twins. Do you think Swift Creek will have some we can use? I mean, I don't know. They didn't when we were there, but to be honest, I think I'd like to make them myself. You want to make the cots? Yeah, I think it'll be nice. It will, as long as they don't collapse the moment we put the twins in them. Come on. You know I'm better than that. I know, I'm joking. So what's next on the agenda? I'm not sure. Not gonna lie. Didn't truly expect to get to this point. It's all been about getting back here and, taking down Reed, and guess we kind of forgot to think past that. Yeah, neither did I, honestly. But we did it. So I guess just what now? I mean, make the cots, right? That's an important step. I guess I should probably check in on everyone, see who signed up for the committee. I guess just do our part, really. And at what point do we go and get the twins? It's not that I don't trust Addie and Tobias. It's just that we haven't seen them in a long time, right? We don't know exactly how they've changed, and from what Nathaniel said, they have changed. Yeah, but I feel better knowing that the people from the hospital are there too, and that mill girl, although I didn't get to know her very well. But anyway, like I said, it isn't that I don't trust them, okay? I don't want to lose the twins. Not after they're the only living family of Josie. And Jonah. I know I didn't mean to not include him. Don't be silly. I mean, Josie was the one you knew, right? Jonah was the one I did. I do agree, though, that I don't like being apart from them. Yeah, and this might sound a bit lazy, what I'm about to say, but I don't really want to walk all that way again. Yeah, no, I get that. It's a long journey on foot, and it is long. We'll have to see if we can maybe get a vehicle working or something. The only issue is that that's easier said than done. We barely saw any vehicles on the way here, and the ones we did were either beyond repair or stripped of parts. Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, I'd love a horse right now, not gonna lie, Maybe if we can get in touch with Eden, we won't need any cars, But, I guess we can take a walk down to Lakeworth and see if any of the vehicles there work. Aren't we already in Lakeworth? Well, this is Lakeworth Academy. All the houses in the walled community is actually down the road and over a bridge. Oh, so that's where you lived? Yeah. Although it's pretty destroyed after the bombing. I mean, it seems that the bombings were actually directed at mostly populated areas, like walled communities and big cities and towns and things like that, but not sort of like areas that are out of the way, like the woods. It's strange. This place is entirely surrounded by woods, yet the woods weren't really bombed, but the school was. So it seems like they specifically marked out which place. No, I'm rambling, sorry. So there's not much left of your home? Not really. I mean, it's probably even worse now, I mean, things have got to have collapsed by now. Well, do you want to go and check it out at some point? Maybe there's something we can use. Although I'd understand if you don't want to. It might bring back bad memories or something. No, I'm fine with that. And it'll also give me a chance to visit a few graves too. Your parents? Yeah, and my neighbour. That Torvald guy, right? Yeah, that's the one. He might have something or some things we can use at his place. He was always preparing for the end of the world. Then he was probably more prepared than most. Yeah, he was. We survived off of a lot of his food supply at the start, and I mean, he had a ton. Might even be some left. Seems like he was a great guy. Yeah. He deserved a better death than the one he got. Probably sounds a bit morbid, but I mean, he was tortured before I end it for him. I'm sure he appreciated that. I guess. But, it's in the past now. Best not to dwell, right? Yeah. Right, well, I'm gonna go and get busy, I guess. Are you taking the dogs with you? I mean, I can do if you want. Yeah, please. I don't trust them quite yet, and I don't really understand how you do, to be honest. Well, I wouldn't say I trust them, but they seem to trust me, you know? I mean, it's probably because I fed them and, let them out of that house when they'd been locked in it for so long. As long as they don't show a tooth in our direction, I'll begin to trust them. Exactly, right? And I'd imagine that now that they've got full stomachs, they can think clearer, right? And I think Bolt definitely feels bad about it. He lowers his tail and won't look at me when I'm near him. Maybe he does feel guilty. I don't know, I've never had a pet before. Never? Really? Nope, never. Always wanted one, like TJ did, I suppose, but I could barely look after myself, let alone an animal back then. Well, at least you can't say you can't look after yourself now. That is true. Exactly. But yeah, of course, I'll take Spike and Bolt with me. I'll see what needs to be done and then come back. Okay? See you later? Of course. See you later. I'll see if I can maybe find some more furniture. I heard some people saying that all of these classrooms were cleared out, right? Even the bookshelves and everything. By the sounds of it, most of the books that were in the classes were moved to the library, and then the ones that weren't were either stored in that garage place that they keep talking about. There's a few nearby, so I don't know which one it is, but the rest of them were burned, and the tables and chairs and everything, and the actual bookshelves themselves, by the sounds of it, were cut up for firewood, so that's great. So, barely any furniture, but there's worse things to be complaining about, I guess. Right, okay. Come on then, you two, follow me. Don't be wandering off, alright? Okay. Ruby setting up, and TJ's got pretty set up. He's got his photo and his dad's hat. I mean, it's strange. I say we're making our beds, but it's we don't have beds. We have sleeping bags laid out because that's all we've got. We don't have sheets. We don't have mattresses. By the sounds of it, Reed might have burnt all of those too, which doesn't make sense to me. Why would you burn a mattress? I don't know, but I guess what's done is done. Rather keep the mattress to be comfortable, but I guess that wasn't much of Reed's concern, really. Comfort, just survival. I see Drake's over there too. It's quite far away. I don't realize how big this school actually is until you're here, I guess, but let's see. It's gonna look weird me using binoculars to spy on my brother, but yeah, he's just sharpening his... I don't think we don't even have a name for what that is. His hand blade? His hidden blade? No, it's not a hidden blade, because it's not hidden. I don't know. What would you call it? I don't know. His hand blade. I don't know. His knife hand? I don't know. And I was gonna say, I was sure I could hear banging and something earlier. What is Zai doing? She's bashed a hole through the window. What? Why would she... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna question it. If it was anyone else, I probably would, but considering it's Zai, and to be honest, Zai's incredibly smart, I'm sure there's a reason he busted a massive hole through the wall. So I'll assume that it's for some really, really smart reason that's going to help us out in the future. That's what I'll assume anyway. Okay. Check this note and let's see who wanted to help out, huh? Okay. So, let's open this thing up. Right, so we've got all the names that I wrote down. Myself, Primo, TJ, Ruby, Rosia, Ace, Felipe, John. Then we got Rex. Rex signed up. Alfie, the cadet, right? Yeah. Zai, of course. Aaron signed up. Strange, but okay. Willis, Lily, Cassie, Liana, Walter. Basically all of Rex's soldiers, right? I don't think I'm missing any of them. Lily, Cassie, Liana, and Walter. Yeah, that's all of them. Carrie? Carrie signed up. Okay. Drake signed up too. Igor signed up. And Rodriguez signed up too. Alright. I guess we can keep this book on me, right? Let's put that in there. We can put my binoculars away as well. Right, I guess we can go and check that the staff room is prepared, right? How many people was that actually? How many seats are there first? There's 5 on here, which means there should be 5 on that side, so that's 10, 12, 14. 14, I think there were more than 14 names, but... oh well, that should be fine. And what happened here? I mean, I saw it when I first came in, but... I don't know. I'm sure someone knows, but... let's take a look around, I guess. There's more chairs and... oh, hey, Carrie, what are you doing in here? I didn't see you. Hey, Brent. Hey, are you cleaning? Yeah, someone has to. No one offered to help? No, people offered. It's just easier to do it myself. Yeah, I guess that's fair enough. And also, I'm around if you need anything. Thank you, Brent. And I know you said earlier that you don't want any sympathy or anything like that, but I am sorry for what you went through. I appreciate that, but you've been through things as well. What? I have a controlling husband that sacrificed my only daughter to save his own life. She might not be dead. I hope she's not. We never got a chance to look in the building for a body because, well, it's overrun. And I always knew Paul was controlling, but I loved him, you know? I couldn't imagine a life without him, but I can't now. I don't need him anymore, and he's only now realizing how much he needs me. Well, we've been telling you for years that you don't need him. I hate that it took what he did for you to realize your strength, but glad you realized it nonetheless. Me too. But I think a lot of people here see me as a mother figure now. I guess I give off some kind of a maternal strength. Yeah, I noticed that. People respect you. It's mutual respect. While you were trapped at that hospital, I was here just trying to get to know everyone, and everyone here has their own unique story, and yet we all have things in common. And I'm nowhere near as strong as everyone else, and I'm lucky in the fact that they all keep me safe. Come on, Carrie. Okay, we both know That's not true. You're a lot stronger than you make out. Well, that might be so, but I'd rather be underestimated. If we were in a situation where bandits attack us, something like with those cannibals, then I'd want them to think I was weak, right? Well, if people perceive me as weak, then I'll be underestimated. They'll not be as concerned with keeping an eye on me, and I can use that to help the others. Alright, yeah, I see what you're saying. And I need to learn to shoot, to use weapons, and then I'll be set. To be honest, I'd like everyone to learn, like with the training Rex's group used to do. Yeah. Reed stopped that after a while because he decided that civilians don't need to know how to use firearms. Well, I disagree with that. I believe everyone needs to know how to defend themselves, with guns and without. It's really good to have you back, Brent. This place has needed a person like you around. Thank you. I'm just doing what I can, like I'm sure the rest of you are. And did you take a look at the notebook? The one with the people that signed up for the committee? I did, actually, and I see you signed up. I'd like to know what's going on around here. Even if I don't provide anything in the ways of plans, I'd still like to know how to be prepared at all times. I'm not gonna be controlled again. I have to be the one in control of myself. There you go. It's nice to see that you have that attitude. Got to. Anyway, I better get back to this. Alright, and I better get back to looking around, I suppose. Where'd Spike run off to? I'll see you around, okay? I'm sure he's probably sat outside waiting or sniffing at someone. Oh, he's, sat right by the door. Let's take a look out here. I guess this is a good vantage point. You could sit here with guns if someone was attacking from the front gate, right? And shoot from here, Not sure it's mine now. Yeah, this could work. This would work as a vantage point. I'd imagine that this is why Reed kept it open and didn't fix it all up when he fixed the rest up, but Alfie's on guard with Felipe. I'm glad that they're mixing things up, and it's not Walt and Liana at the front gate at this point in time, right? And Felipe's new, so, well, new to them. So it's good to see that they're getting, I don't know, to know each other, but also Alfie is paying no attention to his surroundings, and he's just looking at Felipe. I need to catch him up on that. I need to tell him that he needs to be focusing on his job at hand, not watching. Like, I get that he's new and that you want to get to know him, but now isn't the time. And nice to see you got a little workshop up and running, Rod. You do prefer to be called Rod, right? I know you sort of gave me a look when I called you by your full name. Rod it is. Yeah. Nice little workshop going. Okay. And Seb is brushing. That brush. I don't even know how old that thing is. I mean, it's been here since I went to school here, so a long time. But I do need to clear this blood up as well. It's been here for I don't even know how long. And it looks like John's still watching and looking and working out plans, so that's good, right? Alfie, you do realise you're meant to be on guard, right? I don't want it to seem, having a go at you or anything like that, but I get that Felipe's a new face. You don't know him. He doesn't know you, but you're on guard for a reason. You're meant to be watching what you're doing. You're not meant to be watching him. Good. Okay. Alright. As you were, I guess. Right. Now that I've done that, okay. I mean, I don't see why he would be... Like, I get that he's new and... Who's this? Is this Willis and Ace getting to know each other? Okay, that's good. That's good. People are taking to the people from the hospital. That gives me hope that they'll take to the rest of them as well. That's good. That's good. I do like that. Alright. Okay, are you two here? Bolt, we're not doing this again. Okay? You are not small enough to fit through that gap. Okay? You have to come around, right? You're smart dogs. You need to know that you can't fit through that. You especially, Spike. Okay? Right, so what do I want to do now? I mean, yeah, the only reason that Alfie would be watching Felipe that I can think of is the fact that he's hanging around with Rosia a lot, and I know for a fact that Rosia liked Alfie a lot before he got with Jane, I believe her name is. But then that wouldn't make sense. But they are teenagers after all. I don't know what else I'd expect, really. And, wow, people really are pitching in. They're cutting the grass and everything. Is that Cassie? And Paul, I believe, yeah. Glad he's one of the ones cutting the grass, you know. Doesn't really have much use other than that. Kinda sounds a bit mean, but don't like the guy. And, there we go. Liana, my guess would be that Walt's out there too, yeah? They're actually guarding something that's not the front gate, and Rosia. That's good. People mingling. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright then, you two follow me. Caitlin is here? What's Caitlin doing? Ah, teaching them to farm. I'm sure she's taught them how to farm multiple times now, and yet here they are, still having to learn. But to be completely honest, the kids around here aren't going to be able to do much to pull their own weight, so if they do take an interest in, you know, raising, I won't say crops, because they're not really crops, but, you know, vegetables, garden plants, things like that, then I'm not going to argue with that. At least that's something, right? It's more than some people would do, I'm sure, so I'm not going to knock them for that. Doing something with themselves, and that's all I can ask. Do I really want to go in the school library? Yeah, you know what? Let's take this photo that Jonah had on him, and let's see, is the area where this was taken still intact, or did it get destroyed? I'm not entirely sure. Seems that Bolt follows me closer than Spike does, but there he is. Right, okay, so I believe, right, based off of this, it's a corner, but not quite there. Maybe here? No, not here, because that wouldn't have been a corner. I think it was actually here. Like right here, but looks like things have been destroyed. Yeah, I believe that maybe it was, and then the bookshelf came out here, I believe, and then I think, yeah, Aaron would have been stood right here, and, wow, yeah, probably would have been right here that this photo was taken all those years ago. And Jonah even got me to print it out so he could put it on a Polaroid, even though it was taken on my cell phone, but, you know. Looking at that now, I mean, David's gone, Jonah is gone, Elise is gone, but maybe, hopefully, not dead, but not got my hopes up at this point. From what I saw of the building, I don't know. Aaron's alive, for better or worse, I suppose, and then you got me and Zai, shells of what we used to be. once again, for better or worse. I mean, back then, I was going through a lot, and Zai was very innocent compared to how she is now, but then again, I guess it is a good thing, but all in all, I guess, considering this is where this photo was taken, I guess it makes sense to use this place as a final goodbye, I guess. I mean, I know there's graves outside that I can visit, but, you know, imagining us all standing here, if we were to take this same photo in the same position now, I mean, yeah, Jonah and David and Elise wouldn't be there, but if they were, and we were to recreate this photo, I mean, I would have loved to do that, actually. That would have been great if we could recreate this photo, but it's too late for that now. I mean, David didn't have his glasses anymore, Zai didn't wear a headpiece. I think it's a hijab, I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, so many things would be different if this image was taken now. But I don't. I'm putting that away. I can't look at that anymore. I can't, there's a time and a place to start crying, right? Okay, right, well, what should I do? Let's go get some wood, right? Maybe we can play catch or something. I'll throw a stick. You two can chase after it for a bit while I gather up some wood that I'll use to make the cots. Really did set myself a challenge there, but I'm sure I can do it. Now we just gotta try and find our way out of this library. It was always a maze in here, but, oh, easier than I thought. Okay. Right. Let's get to work, I suppose.